Hi everyone, my name is Nicole Barney and I'm going to teach you a simplified version of Tell Me the Stories of Jesus from the LDS Songbook. Now this is simplified, so this would not be the way you would sign it to an actual deaf person because it doesn't include full sentences of sign in proper grammatical order, but it's a great way for kids to learn the signs and some of the major signs in the song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign it for you first, and then I'll go through each individual sign and teach you what it means. Tell me the stories of Jesus, I love to hear, things I would ask him to tell me if he were here. Scenes by the wayside, tales of the sea, stories of Jesus, tell them to me. Okay, so let's start with the first line, tell me the stories of Jesus. We're going to start with the sign for tell me. Now this sign is means inform or give me information or tell me. So basically you're taking information from someone's brain and you're sending it to another brain, really is what you're doing, right? So this is a directional sign, which means if I start it over here toward you and I bring it this way, that means you are informing me of something, right? But if I start it here, and I go this way, that means I am informing you of something. So the cool thing about this is you don't have to say you tell me. We don't have to sign things like that. We just sign you, inform me, and that means tell me, right? And we're going up a little bit with this sign simply because we're talking, typically this is a child asking a parent to inform them. So the idea is take on the role of the child, that they're looking up to their parent and saying, tell me about this, right? So that's what I love about sign is you get really, your body gets to tell a lot of the story. So we're going to say, tell me the stories. Now this is the sign for stories. Just like that, we're going to use that one a lot. Of Jesus. Now this one has reference to the crucifixion. So you take your middle finger and you touch the palm of this hand and then touch the palm of this hand just to talk about the nails that were in his hands when he was crucified. So, tell me the stories of Jesus. I love, we know those ones, to hear. Now with this one, you're going to take two fingers and kind of put them close together. Put your thumb right here on your ear and here. Okay? I love to hear. It's just stuff coming into your ears, right? Things I would ask him to tell me. Now, things isn't really a word we sign in sign language a lot. And so you're just going to say, you're just going to look at Jesus because we're thinking of Jesus being up here in heaven, right? So we would ask him, right? So you're just going to ask Jesus. And again, this is a directional thing. You kind of come toward him and ask him, yeah, to tell me. And we're going to use the same sign, inform me, right? Things I would ask him to tell me. If you take your pinky finger and touch it right below your eye, if he, now to reference somebody we've already referenced, we just point back to him, right? So if he were here, right in front of us, right? So if he were here. Now we're going to sign scenes by the wayside. Now there's a couple ways you can sign this. I'm going to show you the way that I like, but you can change it if it's too complicated. So scenes, we're going to use this sign. Now this sign means a dream or a vision of sorts, and so it kind of references the fact that the stories are very visual stories that you're getting, right? So that's what scenes in this case means. But you could just use the sign for stories again, because really we're talking about stories by the wayside, right? So we go scenes by the wayside, and we're just going to do this for a place. This is just any place, right? Because there's not a sign for wayside, so we're just going to do this. But you could sign stories by the wayside. If this one is really complicated for your kids, go ahead and sign stories. But this one, the scenes, you're going to take S shapes. This is an S. Here you make a fist with your thumb in front of it. You're going to put it in front of your face, and then you're going to open it up to a C shape, a little bigger than a C shape actually. So you're going to go scenes by the wayside, okay? Tales of the sea, and again, tales means stories, because in sign language, we don't have like 100 words that mean one thing. Just like we do in English, we have tales and fables and stories, and they all mean the same thing. Well, in ASL, there's one sign. It's story, right? So tales of the sea still means stories about the sea, right? So we're going to assign stories. So tales of the sea, and this is just the rolling of the sea waves. So tales of the sea. Then stories of Jesus. Tell them to me. Again, we're doing that directional sign. So let's do it together one more time. Ready? Tell me the stories of Jesus. I love to hear things I would ask him to tell me if he were here. Scenes by the wayside, tales of the sea, stories of Jesus, tell them to me. So feel free to comment if you have any questions. If you need anything, go ahead and comment and ask if you don't understand how to sign a sign, or if you think a different sign would work, or if you are struggling, if your kids are struggling. I'd love to answer your questions, and I hope this helped.